Could you please begin by introducing yourself and what you do?
Okay, I'm Jim Green. I'm the UK sales manager for Calrec Audio. My job involves sales, obviously, also marketing, training, product demonstrations, and also exhibitions and trade shows, that kind of thing. My background with audio, I studied both at college and at university, studied music production and then later sound technology. And my first sort of job in audio was as a front of house sound engineer, so I do live sound for various different bands. Went on tour a couple of times with a band who I was playing with. It's very hard work. It's doing live sound on the road all the time, putting up with a load of personalities and and egos. So after a while, I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. I applied for a job at Calrec as a product demonstrator originally, and that was nearly 6 years ago now. And basically grew into the role of sales manager. The console we've got here is the Calrec Artemis Lite desk. It's the smallest console in our product range. Smallest in terms of the channel and the bus count. We've got the processing rack, which is sat at the top there, which is just a 4U rack, so the whole system is driven just from that one frame. These desks are specialised desks for live-to-air broadcast, and as such, a lot of the features and the technology in there are broadcast orientated. For instance, all of the critical systems in the system have redundant counterparts, so that in the event of a failure in any one system, it will take over. The redundant hardware will automatically take over, so the console will continue operating normally. It's also got various different things that are very specific to broadcasters, like mix minus buses, backstop PFL. In fact, all of our development is geared towards the live broadcast market. Some of our customers include in the UK BBC, who've got desks at their Portland Place at New Broadcasting House in central London. We also have desks at BBC Wales at Salford. We've got desks at Sky Studios. We've got desks at Fountain Studios that do the X Factor. And we've also got desks in all the big players in terms of the OB market, the outside broadcast market. So every Premier League football game, every Championship football game comes through our desks.
So you said earlier that you are able to customize the machines for various applications.
Right, we have complete control of our own manufacturing. All of our desks are made in the UK. We have an old mill in West Yorkshire, and all of the desks are designed and manufactured in this one building. So we do our own metalwork, we do our own pick and place. So we have bare printed circuit boards, and all of the components that go on that board are done in house. All the testing is done in house. And it means that because we've got all of our design and all of our manufacturing in the same place, if we get specific customer requirements to have a particular panel or particular set of controls, then we can relatively easily do short runs of custom boards in order to meet those requirements.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that this is a pretty intuitive setup? So would a student be able to start using this?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And one of the key aspects to a broadcast mixer is that it has to be easy to use. You don't have the time to be going through menus, bringing up screens to get to the controls that you need. It has to be very quick and ergonomic. The layout of the desk and the way that the controls are arranged are critical in live broadcast because of the short amount of time that the operator has at their disposal in order to use the desk. Another aspect to this is that a lot of the sound supervisors are freelancers, so they aren't necessarily going to have been trained on the desk. The first time they sit in front of one of our desks might be when they have to use it live on air. Hopefully they've had a rig day beforehand to at least become familiar, but there quite often will be sound supervisors who have had no formal training on our desks and need to be able to use it right from the word go. So simplicity and ease of operation is absolutely fundamental to a successful broadcast desk, and hopefully we manage that.
You've had I realize most of the students today have been sort of contained within the lecture theatre, but have you had students coming up and asking about the industry and about what they can be doing to start working with this kind of equipment?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, there've been probably 25, maybe 25 people or so have come up today, and several of them have asked specifically about ways into the industry and specifically about ways into the broadcast industry. When I was studying, all of the students pretty much wanted to either be an artist, wanted to be talent, an engineer or a producer, and they were the three sort of career paths, and they're three of the most difficult career paths to tread. So one of the things that people have been asking a lot about is, you know, how do we get into working with audio, because we keep getting told that there aren't any jobs out there, and if you're wanting to work in the craft of audio, then jobs are hard to come by. As it, you know, it's always going to be hard to get paid to do a creative job in any of the arts. So yeah, that is going to be a tough one. But that being said, there are many avenues and many opportunities out there in the broadcast sector alone to do with audio, in terms of designing audio systems, installing them, working with DOB companies, maintaining equipment, rigging. You know, all of these are sort of ways in to then eventually work your way up to actually being hands-on on a desk, because it's obviously it's one of those things where nobody's going to let you loose in front of a mixer until you've been proven, until you've had the experience where you can demonstrate that you're capable. But unless you've had the experience, you can't demonstrate, and you can't get the experience until you've had the job. So there are ways in. There are certainly ways into the industry, and I think there's quite a few opportunities within the broadcast sector, a few different avenues.